Call the council meeting, the 66th meeting of the 40th council, May 12th, 2025, to order. And first off, well, I just called the meeting to order. Second off, we're going to do a moment of reflection. I think that was a moment. I'm not sure how long that is, but now we're going to do additions and approval of the agenda. Moved by Councillor Stimpson, I'm guessing, seconded by Councillor Lyons. Resolved that the agenda for the 66th meeting of 40th Council be approved as presented. All in favor? Carried. Right? Pardon me? I got to sign them. I don't have a pen. Where am I signing? Where do I sign? Carried by. Okay. Thank you for your patience here. I'm kind of new at this here. Okay. Next item. That was it. Disclosure of pecuniary interest in the general nature thereof. Anybody? Hearing none. We'll move on to item number 5, minutes of the previous meeting. Moved by Councillor Lyons, seconded by Councillor Stimpson. Resolved that the minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting held April 14th, 2025 be received and filed. Oh yeah, all in favor? Thank you. Carried. Well, I signed it. It was carried. Okay, where are we going next here? Meeting minutes, April 14th. Okay, I got it now. Resolved, moved by Councillor Stimpson, seconded by Councillor Lyons. Resolved that the minutes of the 64th meeting of the 40th Council held April 14th, 2025 be adopted as written. All in favor? Carried. Oh. I thought you were holding your hand up. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, Councillor.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to note that in the minutes of the special council meeting, April 29th, it was mentioned that a resolution would be brought forward to council at this meeting. I just didn't see it on the agenda, so I'm hoping that it'll be for the next one. Under finance for the Buy Canadian. Oh, is it? Oh, my sincere apologies.
Apology accepted. Okay. We're on the special meeting minutes now, April 29th. Moved by Councillor Lyons, seconded by Councillor Stimpson. Resolved that the minutes of the 65th meeting of the 40th Council held April 29th, 2025 be adopted as written. All in favor? Carried. Um, 5D, in-camera meeting minutes, April 29th. Moved by Councillor Lyons, seconded by Councillor Johnson. Resolved that the minutes of the in-camera meeting held April 29th be adopted as written. All in favor? Carried. Okay, any matters arising out of those minutes? Seeing none. We have no delegation. We'll go to the Committee of the Whole reports. Departments, Administration and Employee Relations. Okay, here we got some more. Moved by Councillor Lyons, seconded by Councillor Johnson. Resolved that the minutes of the Administration and Employee Relations Committee held April 16th be received and filed. All in favor? Carried. Okay, finance. OMPF and OCIF funding request resolution. Moved by Councillor Lyon, seconded by Councillor Johnson, resolved that Atikokan Town Council supports administration in requesting the release of the Ontario Municipal Partner Fund and the Ontario Community Infrastructure Fund payments. And all in favor? Okay, carried. One quick thing on that, Brandy. Were we ever at risk of losing that funding, or not really? Okay, thank you. Public Works Airport Waste Management. Oh, here we go. Yeah, bylaw, that's what we're doing. Bylaw number 21-25, lease agreement, MNRF Airport resolution. Moved by Councillor Lyons and seconded by Councillor Johnson. Resolved that bylaw number 21-25 being a bylaw to enter into an agreement with the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry for the utilization of space and services at the municipal airport be read a first, second, third time and finally passed. All in favor? Carried. Tyler, oh, that's a 2% increase every year, right? I know, yeah, okay, cool, thank you. Auction procurement bidding on a mysterious piece of heavy equipment. Moved by Councillor Lyon, seconded by Councillor Johnson. Resolved that Atikokan Town Council approve up to $140,000 for the purpose of purchasing equipment at auction if financially benefit to the town. All in favor? Carried. Thanks, Tyler. Happy bidding. Okay, what do we got next here? Fire and property? Nothing? It's highlighted. Community services, bylaw number 2025 agreement, Minister of Sport after school program resolution. Moved by Councillor Lyons, seconded by Councillor Johnson. Resolved that bylaw 2025 being a bylaw to enter into an agreement with the Minister of Sport for after school program be read a first, second, third time and finally passed. All in favor? Carried. Okay, economic development. Nothing? Okay. Supplementary committees, municipal, am I reading this? Atikokan OPP Detachment Board, Councillor Johnson.
Yes, thank you, Acting Mayor Martin. We had a short meeting because we have to change our name of the board from outside the perimeters of the convention. The board was in agreement to change the name to the Atikokan OPP Detachment Board.
Oh, okay, thank you, Councillor Johnson. Atikokan Public Library, Councillor Stimson.
I just got a little bit of the librarian's report. They had a March break. This is all older stuff, but it just to show that they do quite a bit of stuff. They had a partnership with the library, the Northwestern Health Unit, Northwestern Métis Child and Family Services. This program has a program running till the end of April. Digital Book Club. They had moccasin making with Phyllis Barr. Was scheduled for the evenings of the 9th. Pictograph is holding a graffiti workshop for the youth. Youth Services Librarian will be running Easter egg scavenger hunt for the kids. And CEO met with Fort Francis and EMO CEOs for a networking meeting March 10th. They're looking at supporting each library. Over the years, the Friends have dissolved on their own. There is one active member left. I think And we got a new logo. Tracy worked on it, and with help of another girl, and they got a new logo for the library. It looks pretty nice, and I'm sure next time she's here, she'll show you. And we went over the code of conduct, and no changes were made. That's it.
Any questions for Counselor Simpson? Hearing none. Thanks for that report. Okay. You're moving your mic in. Okay, so we got Museum of Atikokan, Counselor Shine. Do you have nothing? Okay. Seeing that Counselor Shine is gone, Museum of Atikokan, pardon me? Well, it's highlighted. Oh, okay. Okay, well, it seems like that's a dead issue. I just had to say that because I've been wanting to for a long time. What am I doing next here? No? Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I got it now. Okay, near the end, I got it. Slow learner here. Okay, clerk's correspondence. Community Living Month proclamation.
Thank you. I'll speak to it quick. Thank you. We've had a request from Executive Director Jim Turner that we declare May 2025 as Community Living Month in the town of Atikokan. So I have a resolution here for you to read. Acting Mayor.
Great. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, this this resolution here was moved by Councillor Johnson, seconded by Councillor Lyons. And whereas Community Living Atikokan has worked to bring people and their community together for over 55 years, and whereas Community Living Atikokan supports individuals as they develop the capacity to live, learn, work, and participate fully in the community life, and whereas Community Living Atikokan helps the broader community build its capacity to welcome and support individuals who have not always had the same opportunities as others to contribute in meaningful and productive ways. And whereas the Council of the Corporation of the Town of Atikokan encourages all citizens to celebrate the inclusion and meaningful participation of people with developmental disabilities in our community. Now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Town of Atikokan do hereby proclaim the month of May 2025 as Community Living Month in the Town of Atikokan, and it urges all citizens to celebrate the inclusion of people with developmental disabilities and to recognize the vital contributions of the Community Living Atikokan in fostering a stronger, more inclusive community for over 55 years. All in favor? Okay, that's carried. That was a long one. Thank you. Another long one. Okay, great. Oops.
I was just wondering, when Megan sent that email, was that dealt with? Megan Fairburn? Yeah. No, I was just wondering because she sent an email to the town council, and I just wondered if that should be classed as Oh, okay.
Yeah, yep, the cash was the cash thing, right?
Oh, okay, that was,
Yep.
okay, I didn't hear
I
it.
believe. Is that correct?
I wasn't sure.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yep, thank you. So, next item of business, where was I here? Okay, 11A, Rainy River District Municipal Association, Mayor Ferguson, May 21st, 2025 general meeting agenda.
Yeah, thank you, Chair Martin. It's the quarterly meeting for the Rainy River District Municipal Association. So there's a lot of information there. It was the minutes from the general meeting that we had in January. There's a lot of things that if you want to go through and look at that, basically it is saying that there is a meeting on May 21st in La Valley. That's the rec center. And if any, I'll be attending. If any other council members would like to attend, I think they can talk to Clerk Bates about making arrangements to attend. But really, and the agenda, the draft agenda for that meeting is there as well.
Any questions for Mayor Ferguson? Seeing none, okay. Thank you, Mayor Ferguson. Supplementary committees, Social and Medical Services, District of Rainy River Services Board. Mayor Ferguson, you're up again.
Yeah, so it used to be the DSAB, but they changed the name, so it's District of Rainy River Services Board, to be similar to all the other service boards in Ontario, or yes, mostly in Ontario, or most of them in Ontario. So there's the highlights from the January 17th meeting. The big takeaway that I got for this was they've had a real concerted effort to hire more paramedics in the Northwest, and they've been able to hire 8 new paramedics in the last few months. They'll be driving, they'll be on the highways in May. So that's great news because we were extremely shorthanded in paramedics. It was leading to a lot of burnout with paramedics, and they were doing a lot of overtime. They couldn't get their holidays were getting canceled because they had to have paramedics on duty. So this is a big opportunity for Northwestern Ontario for our DSAB region. I'll be going the first week in June. I'm on the DSAB board, so I'm a DSAB representative to the NOSTA conference, Northern Ontario Delivery Services Association. So I'll be going. It's on the DSAB dime. It doesn't cost the town anything. We send 2 people for DSAB, and myself and the mayor of Rainy River, Debbie Wald, will be attending. She's the chair of the DSAB board, and I'm on the representative for Northwestern Ontario. And I'd just like to remind everybody that there is barbecues going on throughout Northwestern Ontario that they'll be discussing, or not discussing, they'll be just community involvement. They're to be at the paramedic garage in Atikokan. Ours is on Tuesday, May 19th. So I want to invite everybody to attend that. I think it's from 4 till 6. I'll be there barbecuing along with the paramedics, and anybody who wants to come for a free barbecue, and come to the ambulance space is more than welcome. And other than that, I'll take any questions from anybody, but that's pretty much the meeting.
Thank you, Mayor Ferguson. We have a question from Councillor Johnson.
Thank you, Acting Mayor Martin. Mayor Ferguson, how far delinquent is emo?
Because it is an in-camera meeting thing, they are dealing with emo has some issues with the emo base closing, because they have to temporarily close the emo paramedic base when they're short. There's 4 ambulances on the road at any time in Northwestern Ontario, and the pecking order is Fort Frances is guaranteed 1, Atikokan is 2nd, 3rd is Rainy River, and the 4th is emo. And when they can't have 4 ambulances on duty, then they close the emo base. Emo wasn't very happy about that decision. They still get ambulance services. The ambulance still goes either from Fort Frances or from Rainy River, goes to emo, but they've had some issues with their service, and they're working on it, getting that resolved. So without me saying too much, speaking out of turn on the in-camera things that we get on DSAP. I'll leave it at that.
I understand. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Ferguson. What was the date of that barbecue again? I don't know.
I think it's next Tuesday, the 19th.
Okay.
19th?
Okay.
The
thank you.
19th? Okay, sure.
Eight- Oh, yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not telling you the wrong date.
Okay. Well, we'll just keep driving around looking for it.
Looks like the 19th.
Okay.
No,
perfect.
actually, sorry, because that's a holiday, Gord. So they're having it on the 20th.
Okay. Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay. Okay, other business, is that where we are? Sue Bates? Okay, support Canadian businesses. Hey,
My,
this will be a long one. Okay. This is a resolution that was moved by Councillor Lyons and seconded by Councillor Johnson. Okay, whereas tariffs imposed by the United States on Canadian goods remain open and unsettled, and whereas federal and provincial leaders have encouraged Canadians to support Canadian businesses, and whereas similar motions passed by municipalities across Canada demonstrate a willingness to take a coordinated and united approach to protect their economies and support a Team Canada approach. And whereas municipalities have significant purchasing power but have traditionally been prevented from giving preference to Canadian suppliers. Now therefore be it resolved that Atikokan Town Council calls upon federal and provincial governments to continue to remove any barriers allowing municipalities from preferring Canadian companies for capital projects and other supplies. And further be it resolved that Atikokan Town Council also calls upon the federal and provincial governments to continue to remove trade barriers between provinces. And further be it resolved that Atikokan Town Council encourages the town of Atikokan to support local business and promote local products and services where possible. And further be it resolved that Atikokan Town Council requests staff to review existing procurement procedures to determine if there are areas to allow the town of Atikokan to offer a preference to local and Canadian companies where operationally feasible and legally permissible. All in favor? Of course. Thank you. Carried. Buy Canadian. That's the bottom line. Okay, is that it? Okay, what am I doing now? Here we go. Here's another resolution. Resolved that this meeting be now adjourned by, moved by Councillor Johnson, seconded by Sarah Lyons. All in favor? Carried.